Well, good morning. I'm out the front here at Port Douglas at the Combines Club, and nice place, tin shed. So what I'm doing today, I just got an intercept where I'm hopping on a boat with a bunch of guys that know everything about an old lugger that's up the river that went down. So this is walking through the fire. Nice place. The roofing in here, I love it. I feel like I'm in Polynesia somewhere. Have a look at it. Really nice bar. Cooking. Workers. Right on the waterfront. So they do a lot of, there's a lot of history here, and boats is one of them. So I'm coming down here to the, what's called the True Blue. You can actually charter this boat, and here's some blokes on it who I'll be meeting. Some of them, I don't know their names, but anyway, we're hopping on.
Hey Nick.
There you go.
Hey Nick, how you going?
Hey, look, here's Mr. Peter Wright.
Welcome aboard.
Boys,
Ian Davison.
Yeah, and you're
Cole Musson.
I don't mean to shake with the left hand, but
That's all right.
I'm holding the camera here.
Dale
I've seen you a few times. Yeah. So on this boat, and we're heading up the river.
We're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
I don't think we expect anybody else.
And we're going to look at a boat. What's the boat's name, Righty?
We're going to see the B8 or the Centurion, and in fact, lucky for us, we've got the old skipper on board right here.
You're here? Oh, good on you.
Centurion 2.
This is the one that's underwater?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, mate, when you're ready,
Cool.
kick us off.
So the name of the boat is the Centurion.
Right?
So, yeah, we're off on a misadventure. Here's the tin shed. There's a sign up for Thirsty Dog. Beautiful place. I've lived here since '96, seen a lot of shipwrecks. I've lived at the slipway, which is just over there. That peninsula there that goes in between the slipway and the moat. There's like 4 ships in all that, compacted down and turned into a peninsula. There are coconut trees. I lived and worked there on the end of that peninsula for 6 years and built the boat, and worked in here for 6 years, slipway. But boats here that have been sunk, just over here in front of where the inlet used to be, there's a big ship known as Horse Ship, and the old shafts there and steamer. So that's an in-around place, but I'll turn the camera off now because the wind's up. On the boat.
We get 40-foot rise before the tide. Tide goes out a mile and a half, and so they've got to be built around shine. And so they only draw about 3 feet because you've got to be laid over in the mud when the tide goes out. Torres Strait luggers are deep chine. They sail much better, and that's with the Queensland luggers. But they're constantly at anchor. They can't come short. So they're a completely different boat.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. Queensland luggers compared to a balloon lugger.
Because you're from the building industry anyway. From our point of view, looking at a maritime museum, that won't matter. You can tell people that if they're interested.
So on all that note, what it is, it'd be good to get this boat into a maritime museum. You can't make them anymore, and they cost a fortune to build. Just over there is the site where I filmed the Grafton getting pulled apart. And its history was a boat that served the Kokoda Trail when it got its first American engine. A big Gardner was put in it, and the Americans installed it back in the war days. And that's where it died, right there, pulled apart by contractors. And that's what happens to old boats. Beautiful place, Port Douglas Marina. Love it. Hey, watch on film. No swearing on film.
You can cut
So here's a boat here.
That blue thing, I saw that.
Craig's Wish. There's a We're on the corner here, turning up the river. Mangroves, Muranos, a few charter boats there, and pirates. And this is the look up the river. This is up the river. So in cyclones, all boats come up here, and some sink. Some people die on them. Some are just left here and abandoned because they cost too much to get rid of, so they abandon the boats. There's boats underwater up here. There's so much bottom here littered with old boats. And I've seen rapids here when the big wet comes and the rain comes and all this catches, big catchment, and water rushes down and sinks the boats. That's it. Some of these boats haven't left this spot for a long time. Right. Can't help the wind, but we're coming up to the boat up there. And is this the Centurion? So it's a sad day for the skipper, which is actually on the boat, that did some things on this boat in his time, and he's going to give his little story. The tide's coming up, so we can only get a little bit of the coach house there and the chimney. Wind generator, you can see solar panels at the back. Gaff rig type.
Any evidence of diesel coming out yet?
Nah.
We need to make that obvious.
Yeah, there's no. Looks alright, otherwise it'd be all glassy. Yeah. So, now your name again for the camera?
Oh, Dale Chapman.
Dale Chapman. So, and what did you used to do on this boat? What was the story?
Well, I was the skipper of the Florian. She, the Centurion.
Yeah.
She was one of our pearl luggers. We started her off in 1972.
Is that when you were on the boat?
Yes, and I was on the boat from 72 to 73 through to 75. We moved her from there over. She came over to Cairns. She was going through the Torres Straits in 1975, and that was when I moved off it. So my last job on there was in March 1975. So.
Hang on, some.
And it was still a working boat then?
It was still a working boat, yes. I've got photos there of the crew we were putting on board on 1975, and they were ready to go to sea. Yeah. I moved off onto Thursday Island on some other jobs up there to do. So.
Do you know when it actually stopped as a working pearl boat?
I don't. I lost complete interest in it once I moved away in 1975. I don't know what happened to it after that.
Was she a good sailor?
Oh, she's a beautiful boat, lovely boat. Yeah. But again, a broom lugger, round chine, and it draws about 3 feet.
Yeah, there was a ship's Rafferty movie way up in the Torres Straits.
Yes.
And in that shot was 3 luggers. In the middle one was the Grafton.
Yeah.
As in that shot.
That was one of our luggers out of Thursday Island.
Yeah, and that was a black and white movie, so it's like way back in the 50s to 60s.
Yeah.
Ship's Rafferty.
Yeah.
I don't know, I forget what the name of the movie was, but it's Coral Sea Calling or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should think of it. And the other lugger in there was called the HB, which has now been renovated and is running very well.
That's the one with the ducks, isn't it?
It's the one with the
geese,
the goose on.
The goose lady,
Yeah, John Bird. Yeah. He's very good with boats.
Nice boat, that one.
He has renovated it and brought it back to some of the shape it was in originally. Yeah, probably more so than it was.
That's got an engine, has it, or it was? What engine it had?
No, the engine.
No, I don't know exactly what it was, because they used to change them every now and then. Yeah. They were gardeners originally. They're all gardeners.
They wouldn't have put anything else because they were good, heavy central engine, like for
we're a good
a keel weight.
Good like an engine. They were really good.
I just going to keep talking to her sail, just getting a closer shot of this. Yes, it would have been great sailing when you think of the people, the Kanakas, and working on it, picking up pearls, finding shipwrecks, eating clams, just living it away from their wives and women, no one to nag them. And that's how you find peace out at sea. You look after the boat, that becomes your, the boat becomes your woman. If you don't look after the woman on the boat falls apart. And I'm not too sure if this boat sprung a plank or bilge pump let go or something. But there's the coach house there. That chimney, was that on when you were on?
Yes, yes.
What is that from?
Last time I saw it.
Is that from the main engine or toilet?
Yeah, that would be from the main engine.
Okay, main engine exhaust. Oh, look at the binnacle there and the captain's wheel. Oh, wow. Gee, they want to make sure no one nicks that. So, what is the date right now? Come on. Yeah, today.
Friday the 6th.
Yes, Friday the 6th of February 2026. Logged that binnacle and steering wheel is on it. Hang on. Yeah, the binnacle there, that's a brass compass, and the steering wheel.
Still on it. We should get all that at low tide.
Well, log it on this day that it's still there and no one stole it, eh?
And
You know what I mean?
And all the old timber blocks as well are just sitting there.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should have a busy boat,
Yep.
get all the rigging.
So anyone that's going to be watching this film, hands off. It's got history, wait for its death. It's either going to get crushed up or moved into a museum and no one will see the stuff anymore.
Navigation lights there.
Yeah, navigation lights.
And the rigging.
And this is what gets stripped off, up the mast, all that there. So anyone watching this film, if you want to come here and take bits, pieces, because we're bringing this to light, it's a slow death for this boat. And it's sad. Me as a boat builder, it's always, you guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very sad.
Very sad. That's what I said just before. It's never good to see an old boat underwater.
No, or burning.
Yeah, it feels like part of your family's.
How do you feel about it?
It's a dead boat.
Yeah. But it could still live. School children can look at it. People working to do a ticket in Woodcraft.
Could be brought back to life,
Yeah.
but a lot of work's in
And
there.
used as a cafe, as a draw card, and still be alive with people around it. So that's the story of the Centurion. Very sad.
Folks, this is the B8 or the B late.
So hang on a sec. Who are you?
Peter Wright. I'm
Wright.
one of the old skippers in town, and I'm
Yep.
with a group from the Maritime Therapy Group. You can
Yep.
see they all need therapy.
Yep.
And we're tied in with the Low Isles Preservation Society's endeavour to get a maritime museum in Port Douglas. So we've been behind the scenes driving the different organisations, and we're hoping that this might be the start of our maritime museum. Even though it's a lugger from the Broome, it's so relevant to who we are on the East Coast. We were talking earlier about the Grafton, the Ton series of boats. Those boats were
We'll
built
put
by
in
the
a clip of
Japanese.
the Grafton. We'll splice it in so people can see what the Grafton looked like when it was getting pulled apart. It's the 28th of February 2019, and it's a sad story today. Looking at what's called the Grafton, an historic vessel built in 1907. It's over 100 years old. Got its engine in 1941 by Americans in Guadalcanal. Put a brand new Gardner diesel in it and sent it to work to service the Kokoda Trail for the diggers. It's got a lot of history, this boat. Pearl Lugger. Now it looks like it's getting pulled apart for demolition. And these guys know nothing of it. Sad, but anyway, see what happens next. Sad story. Sad story. Leaving the boat for the first time over 100 years. So the story of this boat, I've known it for a long time. Hi, I'm Nick Malachi. Anyway, this boat was built in 1907 by a Japanese builder, and it was a pearling lugger. It served its time. A lot of men worked on that boat. Divers, beach demur, pearls. And in 1941, it got its first engine put in by the Americans, a Gardner diesel. And from there, it went to serve on the Kokoda Trail. The diggers. This was a supply ship for our diggers on the Kokoda Trail. And this is its last death of time, over 100 years. Great, eh? So this is day one. Destruction of the Grafton, eaten out most of the little side of it. A couple of days it'll be all gone. So it's the 28th of February 2019.
Grafton story is very relevant. The fact that the maritime industry is what underpins Cape York's history, and the fact that a lot of the participants were indentured labour from the South Pacific. We're going back to the mid-1800s, just after the American Civil War, and we're hoping that Port Douglas, named after John Douglas, the Premier of Queensland in those days, I believe had a 50% share in a blackbirding operation, as it turns out.
Really?
That'd be worth a bit of research.
That's the Douglas Shy for you. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, as a Premier of Queensland. Yeah, so John Douglas, Premier of Queensland, like Townsville, I guess, named after another blackbirder.
Yeah.
Our history up here is important. If we don't know where we come from, we're not best equipped to make those decisions together about where we go together. And to that end, I'd just like to pull out a bit of paper in my back pocket.
Oh, look at this.
And here it is, 1887 to 1997. That was Dougie Scullett on a fishing boat on behalf of the Port Douglas and District Boat Club. Took this document to Cooktown. It was signed by the Mayor and brought back here. 2027 will be 150 years. So we're looking forward to this date where we can reflect on our history and heritage and hopefully understand a little bit more about where we come from, who we are, where we go to together.
And what we've done.
Say again?
What we've done.
Yeah, precisely. And it's very much a living operation here. We're hoping to get that off the bottom and have the nucleus of a maritime museum, Nick. That's the plan. I think there's good cause now, fellas, to at least strip off what's valued above the waterline, don't you think?
I think so.
And leave it if we get a chainsaw.
I'm very surprised it's still there. Eh?
Yeah, me too. That just shows a bit of respect from the peasants. And
Well, don't give up yet. If it gets pulled out, if you start pulling that stuff off. But now, if this goes up on film where people will see this, hopefully they'll be honest.
So this is live now.
Hang on.
The stuff that's taken off will be replaced.
Yeah. So folks, what we're after is a wealthy benefactor, someone who's prepared to throw a few bob at the recovery operation so that we've got something that can start our museum off. And of course, at the end of the day, this is our maritime history and heritage. This is who we are. And there's date coming at us in 2027 on the 30th of June, when Captain Owen dropped anchor in the harbour here. Food for thought, whether you like it or not. Our history and heritage is coming to bite us on the arse.
Roger that.
Cut.
So that's the story. I'll cut it off here, but it goes down with everything, old boats and things that sink that people don't know, because like it says, does anyone hear a tree fall in the forest when you cut it down? No one is going to give a stuff about this boat except people that appreciate it. Woodworkers, cabinet makers, timelines for kids to go through. Look at how they did the ribs, all that sort of stuff. Wiring, plumbing, it's all part of exploring, or even turning into a good artificial reef that we can enjoy on a dive, maybe. But in time will be the fate of this boat, and hopefully no one will take those things that are value on it. All right, guys, you all happy?
Thanks, Ian. Thanks.
Ask if there's anyone knows if there's any benefactors.
Oh, yep.
Just for the sake of it, if anybody knows of any benefactors who might be interested in throwing a few dollars this way to actually make this all happen.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, it's in need of dollars.
Yeah. So this is just a quick intercept. I only got half an hour's notice on this to be invited to do this, and I think there's lines out here, and there's a boat. That's a nice cat for Liquid Desire. It's up for charter. Good skipper, Anthony, owner. Anyway, so this is once again a Nick Malachi adventure, and just an update what's happening around in the boating world. Thanks for watching.